has a power that is hard to explain. It calls us back, not just to its waters, but to the depths of ourselves. Sometimes, just looking at it is enough to feel something ignite inside, like an invisible force that draws us in. And when we dive in, we become part of it. In Ilhabela, the sea invites us to surrender, to disconnect from what holds us back and let ourselves flow, like the waves. Here, we're not just immersed in water. We are immersed in something greater. The ocean teaches us to lose ourselves, to find ourselves, to live with what is intangible. Every fish, every wave that breaks the surface has a lesson to offer us. The sea, with its immensity, reminds us that we are made up of ephemeral moments, but also of something eternal. When we surrender to its vastness, we realize that we are infinite, connected to the essence of life that pulses both in the depths and on the surface. There is something magical about observing the sea. In the stillness of the waters, we find a peace that transcends understanding. Each dive takes us deeper, not just into the water, but into ourselves. The ocean has this power. It dissolves the barriers of the mind and connects us with something much greater. It is a reminder that we are all part of a cycle, a great movement of life. And like the creatures that inhabit the waters, we are guided by the flow of the sea. Sometimes we have to learn to swim with the current, to understand that we don't have to force the movement, but surrender to the fluidity of life. The sea teaches us patience, calm and respect for the natural timing of things. It doesn't rush, and by following its rhythm, we find inner harmony. The ocean is also a place of history and transformation. Shipwrecks, which were once symbols of greatness, are now shelters of life, renewed by time and currents. The sea teaches us that, just as ships sink and transform, we can also be reborn and reinvent ourselves. Every loss brings with it the possibility of something new. Diving is a process of surrender, letting go, surrendering to the unknown, the invisible. The sea challenges us to let go of certainties, to embrace uncertainty and trust that, like the currents, we will be guided to where we need to go. As we descend, the weight of the world seems to disappear. Time dissolves, and what remains is the simple experience of being alive, of being present. When you dive in Ilhabela, you're not just exploring the seabed. You're exploring the essence of what it means to be human. The sea, with its vastness, is a mirror for our own soul. It reflects us in its deep waters, teaches us to look inside ourselves, to connect with something much greater. Ilhabela, with its tranquil and immensely beautiful waters, is an invitation for those who wish to reconnect with what is essential. Here, the sea welcomes us not just as a place of adventure, but as a teacher, a guide. It teaches us that the true connection is not with what is outside, but with what is inside. When you emerge from the waters of Ilhabela, it's as if a new perspective has opened up. The sea, in all its grandeur, reminds us of our inner immensity. It teaches us to flow with life, to trust the process, and, above all, to be grateful for everything we are and for what nature offers us. The ocean has something to teach us, and Ilhabela is the perfect setting for this journey of self-discovery. Dive in, connect with the sea, and discover the peace and wisdom it holds, waiting for you.